So one false tradition that I see a lot of people repeat is that either we've already established Zion and we are Zion, or that Zion or the New Jerusalem will not be built until after the second coming of Christ. And both of those things are completely false. Zion must come before the second coming. So many people will look at these prophecies, such as in 3 Nephi 21, which is talking about the building up of Zion and the New Jerusalem in the last days, and they will try and apply that to Joseph Smith and the restoration, when clearly it's not about Joseph Smith, it's not about the restoration, and that this great of marvelous work is this restoration of all things, where Zion and the 10 lost tribes are reestablished, and this must happen before the second coming. To quote John Taylor, "But if Zion is never built, the Lord will never come, for he must have a people and a place to come to." Wilford Woodruff echoed the same sentiment, saying, "I can say this, the Lord will never come to visit an earth like this. He will never come to visit a generation of the inhabitants of the earth until they are prepared for his coming and willing to receive him." And this is in the Journal of Discourses. In the 13 Articles of Faith, it says, "We believe in the literal gathering of Israel and in the restoration of the 10 tribes, that Zion, the New Jerusalem, will be built upon the American continent. The city of Zion, spoken about by David in the 102nd Psalm, will be built upon the land of America, and the ransomed of the Lord shall return and come to Zion with songs of everlasting joy upon their heads." Isaiah 35:10. "And then they will be delivered from the overflowing scourge that shall pass through the land, but Judah shall obtain deliverance at Jerusalem. These are the testimonies that the good shepherd will put forth his own sheep and lead them out from all nations, where they have been scattered in a cloudy and dark day, to Zion and Jerusalem." It continues by saying, "I shall begin quoting from the prophecy of Enoch, speaking of the last days. Righteousness will I send out of heaven, and truth will I send forth out of the earth, to bear testimony of my only begotten, his resurrection from the dead, yea, and also the resurrection of all men. Righteousness and truth will I cause to sweep the earth as with a flood, to gather out my elect from the four quarters of the earth unto a place which I shall prepare, a holy city, that my people may gird up their loins and be looking forth for the time of my coming. For there shall be my tabernacle, and it shall be called Zion, the New Jerusalem. And righteousness is a name of the servant in Isaiah. So righteousness will bear witness of the only begotten Son. This is the servant in Isaiah. And again, this is why Joseph Smith, John Taylor, and Orson Hyde, all talking about the Davidic servant who is said to gather the tribes of Jacob and build up the city of the New Jerusalem, is so important, because that is what is going to have to happen before the second coming. And that's the simple truth of it, is that these prophecies are yet to be fulfilled, but Joseph Smith and all these guys talked about it being fulfilled.